Javelin and long jump. At least the people are here, right? So it's coming up. 150. I think that's what the handy printout is that I printed it out wrong, man. You got a typo. Yeah, he was struggling with it. He was struggling. Are they doing both?
Just a quick housekeeping note here. The trip to the long jump is scheduled to kick off now at 1:50. Staying on schedule.
Yeah. Stop.
All right, everybody. So I just want to come in real quick while we're on the break. They're taking a break between as you see on the screen, the decathlon long jump. They said it's gonna start in about 30 minutes. That was when he went on break a couple of minutes ago. So they left us a visual of the track, which is great. Thank God we can at least see what's going on instead of them having that blue screen on. That's crazy. Uh, so shout out to everybody who's coming by. If you're new, if you want to keep up with the trials, hit that subscribe button because I'm gonna do all 8 days if they let me. Um, Sorry, I'm reading the chat. Yeah, man. The 400 and in high school and all the other times I ran it was crazy. The men's 100 meter is 8 o'clock tonight. This is not on television, Freaky Roaster. This is not on television because, I mean, look at it. It's nothing for them to show, and this is for them to actually like just throw it on here. As you see, nobody's at the track yet. Everybody's still getting there. So this is only for the decathletes. Um, so I see right now they got the decathlon long jump, and then they got the men's javelin throw, which is the qualifying rounds. Decathlon shot put, decathlon high jump, and the pole vault. If you know anything about track, the decathlon you have to do most of it in one day because they're basically moving from event to event. That's why it's such a crazy, but most likely, not most likely, but definitely I respect the event because it's hard. I mean, imagine running 100 meter and then going to the long jump right after that without much rest. So, again, guys, thank you for coming in here. Um, and feel free to just jump in the chat, say hello, don't be shy. Everybody here is from the running community, and we're all about track and field and about the Olympics. So I'm just glad I'm able to give you guys this stream since they're charging people for it. And they say it's free on Peacock, but you have to like subscribe to Peacock, and I think they want money. So just want to, and what time it is in the United States, it's 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard. I'm on the East Coast. I can't really speak for everybody else. So it's a good amount of y'all in here right now. It's just only 600 of us. Yesterday we peaked at about 8,000 people, and it's went over 50,000 views since day one. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and shout out to you from Canada. In Oregon, like 1:30, yes. So you see the time that they're saying it's gonna start in Oregon. So, okay. San Antonio, Canada. Oh, what's up, Greg? Shout out to Greg in the chat, everybody. Very good designer of running apparel on Instagram. He's definitely getting my business as soon as I get the chance to catch up with you, Greg. Thanks for coming through, man. Also want to shout out to my guys, Bell Lap, Track and Field. They're on Instagram. Check those guys out. They have provided me and my run club a lot of run gear, singlets, tights, you name it. And it comes from elite athletes. So this is stuff that you can't buy from websites. From Trinidad, what's up? Uruguay, what's up? Greetings from New York. I got family in New York. Canada again. Canadian gang. I've been wanting to move to Canada. I actually wanted to buy a house up there, but the missus don't like the cold. I'm originally from Chicago, so I like the cold. I love the cold, actually. Watching from York, UK. Okay, hello. Oh, Bell Lab. Yeah, they are. They are. South African. Nice, nice. Yeah, I had some people in here from South Africa yesterday, so shout out to you guys. Indiana, right down the street from people. Hello from Eugene. You are lucky. You are lucky, Kyle. You right down the street from the venue, man. You should be there. Oh, nice. Shout out to you, Jamaica. Oh yeah, guys. Another thing, man, don't get put in timeout by the bot. Come on, guys. Let's have fun and just watch track, kick back, and talk to everybody. Thank you guys for coming through. I love track. I wanted to do this for the longest. Shout out to Jamaica, man. You guys are gonna be competition when we see you. North Carolina, that's where I'm currently at, Eric. Yes, yes. If I was in Eugene, I would definitely be at the venue, no doubt about that. I know the tickets are like an arm and a leg, but I don't care. One time opportunity. We're in the Decathlon. Absolutely, Greg. Like I told the Bell Lab guys, when I come back home to Chicago, I'll hit you guys up. Gotta much appreciated to you guys. From Dallas, Texas, Village. I actually got a friend out there who's a architectural engineer. He's in Dallas, Texas. He's like a brother to me. Shout out to Dallas. Saudi Arabia. Oh man, I want to come out there too. Yeah, the sprints of the day, the men's sprints. So you guys tell me, what do you think about some of your favorite athletes if they're running, if you know anybody running? Also, like, what events did you guys run if you are runners? I hope there's some runners in here so I can chat it up with a couple of runners. Sharif, that's possible. That's possible. I'm not a Richardson hater or anything, but I know from track from myself, uh, it's anybody's day. You can come in prepared than everybody else, and somebody can get you. Shout out from my mom's basement. 4x4. Woo! You must be a quarter horse. 3,200. Woo! I don't think any distance are today. The distance was a lot yesterday. Let me check. The women's 1,500 is tonight, and then the men's 800 semis is tonight. Oh, the women's 100-meter final is tonight. Oh my God. Yo, I gotta stick around for that. I definitely gotta stick around for that. Oh yeah, a shout out to those guys. Absolutely. Yes, we're always looking for a move in the 800 as well. We was looking for it in the four. She didn't check in for the four. 110 hurdles, 400. Okay. Silver medalist. Oh wow. What was your event, Village? Bromell. Yeah, Bromel's a sleeper. He's got one of the. I think he's in the top 10 times in the world this year. You got to pay attention to that. High jump, triple jump. Oh man, you must got long. You must got bunnies. 800, 16, 32, 4x8. Ooh. 100 final women's. I don't know. I can't call it. Simply because it's anybody. Somebody can false start. Sydney, I think she's running in the 400 hurdles, if I'm correct, or either 100 hurdles. Let me check the 100 hurdles start list and see. Let's see. Nope, she's not running, so I'm guessing she's going to be in the 400 hurdles. Dash, I see you, man. Yeah, the 200 looking stacked. Everything, man, in the United States, And this is not just us, but in most of the short sprints here, or just any event here, talent is just popping up left and right. So it's all stacked.
Oh, if you're
Iron
out there
leg,
watching,
400 long jump. Okay.
there's a decathlon that is going on right now. The main decathlon. It's 10 events.
Thank you
And
for that,
start
man.
today
Leg.
and end up tomorrow. Finish tomorrow.
Well, I wanted to say this.
The,
Oh, Davey, TT almost didn't make the semis yesterday, and I mean she just got in. Nah, TT time is not better than Sturgis. That's the opposite way. Opposite way. You got to check those finishing times, right? And I was shocked yesterday that TT actually went pro after the collegiates. That's
actually,
crazy. I mean, I'm not
the
surprised,
decathlete are
but
actually on break, taking a break.
I mean, I'm just like I
As
wasn't
you
expecting
know,
a lot
it's
of
a
people to
10
go pro
event.
yet. You say TT will make final? Okay. You should join a sports betting. Make good money for sports betting. Colin, yes, I've been in pin relays in high school and in college. Best venue to run at for collegiate. Push your nerves to a whole new level, though. Everybody's looking at you. The track is elevated. Everybody could take a lot of advice from designing tracks like the pin relays. Track is lowered down. Everybody's looking down at you. Huge walls. The stadium is so loud, and then it's like U.S. versus the world. Crazy. What is the link to sports betting? I wouldn't know because in my state they would only allow it. But I would say it's a lot of them. I can't even really think of the name right now, but I know they use it for basketball and for fantasy football. Matt Bowling. I don't know. He was there in the NCAAs, but he didn't really like step out. My honest opinion, and this is just my opinion, I think Matt shouldn't have gone to college. And a lot of times college can kind of hinder your youth strength because you get put through whole new training program than what you're used to. This is on NBC. I know he signed at 16. That's crazy. That's just like Candace. I forget her last name. She was in 100-meter yesterday. She signed early, and she hasn't really. I mean, when the last time anybody talked about Candace? No shade. Well, everybody knows when it comes down to the 100-meter dash, it's going to come down to experience. And yes, Candace Hill. Yes, when it comes down to 100-meter, it's experience. And if anybody wrote the book on experience, ask Justin Gatlin. I know he had his doping years, but this man is literally almost 40 years old, and he's still running like low 10s. Yeah, the dude from the starter gun yesterday. If you're new to the stream today, this old man from the 100-meter dash start line yesterday was getting on everybody's nerves. He kept like false starting everybody. Thank you, Curtis. Yeah, shoot me and follow. Oh, also, let me say this before I forget. If anybody is in this chat or in this stream that is a runner, hit me up. Go to my socials. This is not no kind of boosting or anything. I love it. Absolutely. My socials, you can see that I have a run club. I'm on the Strava app and the Nike Plus app. Hit me up. I love to run with people every week. Let's do it. That's all I'm about, man. I do it every week. Been doing it for 20 plus years. Yeah, the starter was garbage. No, they're showing the live events that the delay right now is because they're letting the decathletes get going in the long jump. You said the drugs is still in Gatlin? Stop it. Come on, man. He's been getting tested. After that first ban, I'm pretty sure it scared him pretty good. Right now I don't run any short sprints anymore. I'm all distance, all road racing stuff. My Insta is whole lot of carry, and my socials that's in the link below in the YouTube channel. It'll take you to everything under my Linktree account. I got my run club on there. I got my Instagram run club. My Strava club is attached on there. You can find us everywhere. And it'll show you my actual real name on my Strava account, or you join my club, you'll see it. And yes, in the comments, that is my real first name. Thoughts on Shelby? I don't know, man. It's hard to say. I mean, it's true. You can eat like some meats that have supplements in them because they doctor on everything these days. But I mean, when you're an athlete, you got to be careful. Is Nurkic coming off injury? I don't know. I thought Wade. I haven't heard nothing about Wade since he won since he broke the world record. Bolin might be trying the 200. Fred Kearney, yeah, he skipped the 400 and went to the 100. I don't think that was smart. Hey, a 3 mile run in boot camp at 2010, that's not bad. That's not bad. Some people can barely get below 22s. A 20 and a 3 mile 5K, that'll get you a nice little, top of the age group on the road race. Yeah, don't eat certain meats. Just that simple. Yeah, Wade got the world record, and we didn't hear from him in a while. And I wouldn't doubt it, because when you get the world record, it's a bonus. That's why Usain Bolt was making so much money. You get like a bonus for breaking world records, and they stayed for like years. I don't think the 200 is today. My favorite male 100-meter guy, I'm gonna go ahead and say Gatlin, even though he made his mistake. First time I seen him run, I was in college, my freshman year. Crazy story is my college coach, the college I attended my freshman year, he was training Gatlin in Raleigh, North Carolina, and he was training in the morning with Bashan Batman Jackson. And I used to go out there between my classes and just watch him train. And I just kind of like, man, this guy is just everything. Female 100 meter, I would say Kamingoleta, if I'm saying her name right, Jeter. I follow her on Instagram, and she's so nice. You talk to her on Instagram, she responds, and she's respectful, and she just loves the sport. Yeah, here for Felix. Love college Felix. College I ran at was small school in Raleigh, North Carolina, powerhouse. Didn't necessarily get on the bus because they had so many All-Americans. St. Augustine's. They're a university now, used to be college. And then I transferred to North Carolina A&T State University, Aggie Pride. Trini in the house. What's up? What's up? A good 300-meter time for a 15-year-old. I can't say for the age group. I've seen 15-year-olds pop off like, I don't know, like 30s, mid-30s. Ran at Temple. I know some people from Temple. Oh, so he's not running 100? Yeah, Tanisha Terry, she went pro. Ran at Penn State. I got some friends who are Penn State alumni who are engineers. Shout out to the engineers. 800 204 16436. Not bad. Nah, A&T is outgrowing the MEAC. Have you seen what they did in the track and field and the football? I mean, come on. Like, they're dominating the sports. Are you going to A&T for fall for track? Nice. You get to run under Coach Ross. You were lucky. I wish I would have had him when I was there. Maybe I would have stayed healthy. I was at A&T. Took a little bit of time off. Had death with the family. I was there. What? I'm trying to think when I first got there. Got there in 08. Yeah, A&T's been gathering up for years. My thing with Sturgis is if Sturgis comes back for her next year and she don't sign, man, A&T is gonna have a monster. She's a sophomore, you guys. Sophomore. With Coach Space, yep. Coach Space is the one who brought me to T. You know your stuff, Alex. Sprints don't start till 8 o'clock Eastern tonight. Oh, your sister went there? Nice. I think Sturgis, I mean, my take on her, I'm sorry, Mr. Chad, I just seen it. I think she has, like, I'm not a 100-meter guy, 200-meter guy, but I mean, to be running those times as a sophomore, I mean, the development stage is endless. You gotta think, you guys, she's going sub-11 in collegiate at sophomore year in college. Like, if she comes back, who's to say that she don't break a collegiate record? You get what I'm saying? Like, she's already, I think she was the third fastest in history this year. Either way, whoever makes the team, Justin Gatlin, I don't think he didn't race. Let me check and see. Let me check and see if he's even in the 100-meter tonight. Yeah, Justin Gatlin's in the 100-meter, and he already ran Olympic standard. Shout out to Rodney Rowe, another Aggie alumni. Christopher Bletcher, I had class with Christopher. Man, I can't believe Fred Kearney is running the 100-meter. That's so crazy. Matthew Bolin, I don't know. I just know if he's going to make the Olympics, he got to go sub. He got to be in the nines. I think the team for the men's is going to have to be nines this year. If anybody's paid attention to Jamaica, shout out to Jamaica. But them boys over there are not playing around. Usain Bolt left some hungry dogs over there. I don't know if Asafa retired, but I know Blake is running crazy good this year. Yes, so she's the 11th fastest woman. No, the 100 women semis is tonight, and the finals is tonight. So this chat is gonna be crazy tonight, you guys. We gotta be hyped. I mean, if you was in here last night for the 100-meter to start for the women's, we were going crazy. Yeah, that's another thing too that people don't talk about is Tokyo is not like sunny skies. The top 3 makes the team, and I think the top 5 or 6 is the relays. And that's if you have Olympic standard. And they usually just take, like, the veterans. Kim, we just sitting here talking. No, Blake is not running slow. You got to check that time. I'm check that time. Oh, okay, so Safa was retired. Okay, yeah, I usually be falling off of my Jamaican prospects because they pop people up left and right, man. Everybody's so good at running. Hobbs, Kessler, not sure. Top 6 in relays, okay. Yeah, 95 plus in Tokyo, maybe, but they do experience a lot of rain too. And the most part, above the weather is they're not allowing no crowds. So think about that. You're running in an empty stadium with pumped in crowd noise. Nola Lyles, let me see. Yes, Nola Lyles is in the 4th round of the 100-meter heat. He's running against Fred. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. That's gonna be spicy. Yeah, Coleman. Oh man, that hurt me to my heart because I don't know if Fred made it 100. He did that one meet against Gatlin, and it looked surreal. I can't say. Decathlon, I think it's about to start up in 5 minutes, guys. So hopefully they take us over there. I mean, the 100 is stacked all together. Like, let me go over the heats with you guys. So the first heat, they got. I'm gonna go over most of the names that everybody knows. They got Isaiah Young. Oof. They got a lot of. They got Gillespie in with Young. They're both from Nike. Kenny Barnerack. Then they got 2, Gatlin, Amir Webb, Mike Rogers, and Bromell. Whew. That second heat that's crazy. And then heat 3, you got Matthew Bolin. You got Marvin Bracey. They got Jeff Demps. And they got, I don't know if I said Bletcher, but they got Bletcher. And they got Kyrie King and Jalen Slade. And then the 4th hip, they got Nolan, Ronnie Baker, Bryce Robinson, Kendon Williamson, Fred, and Kemp.
We're back for event number 2.
All right, we back. Let's go.
You see, our start time is at 1:50 Pacific Standard Time. Just in 4 minutes' time, they'll be getting the athletes together and giving them their final instructions. But there you see the weather. What a beautiful day. Clear, absolutely sunny, 77
Yeah, I agree,
degrees.
TJ.
For those of you that want to know the Celsius, it's up there too. 25
Only allowed
degrees
9,000
Celsius.
spectators.
Could not imagine a better day.
Still could be a lot
For
more
Decathlon.
for the Olympics, though. The Olympics usually is
Nice
sold out, not a
temperatures
seat
as
in the
well. It's
house.
just a beautiful facility. And you get a chance to see the 2 runways. And there you see the standings after event number 1. Steve Bastian, he takes the lead. 970 points. Scantling, 968. Devin Williams, 961 points. But seasonal bests for about everybody on that board,
John Hill,
except for Scott Phillip.
if
He
you,
did run a little bit quicker.
I mean, I know I'm
earlier in the
responding to what
season,
you
but
said.
he sits
If
respectably
you never did 100,
in
400
that
in high
sixth
school,
position. Harrison
man,
Williams,
the 400 in
908
college is
points
a
for him.
different beast than
An
in high
outstanding
school.
start, and
It's a lot
keep an
more
eye on the
serious.
youngster in
So I
eighth
would
position
say
after the first event.
try it out
That's
and see
Kyle
how you
Darling,
feel.
just a freshman at the University of Georgia. TJ Lawson.
Yeah, idea of
there in
Naya Ali
11th
will be
position.
competing 100-meter hurdles.
Marcus
Let me see.
Balangi in there with 814 points. So we move over here to the long jump, and we'll go side-by-side runways. And so the runway closest
She
to
is
the
not.
track, we're going to call that the west runway, excuse me, and then the runway closest to the infield, the throwing areas, that will be the east runway.
Tyra Jones, who's your
see
niece?
some of the records for the decathlon long jump. Certainly Ashton Eaton was an outstanding long jump, but flight one, Lawson, Zymek, Simmons, Williams, West, Belangi, Earhart, Brondike, and Williams.
You made me drop my croissant. Yeah. Your coach will only
And
put
that
you in
will
the
be
400 if they
runway
don't have
closest to the
anybody that need
track,
points.
And then the
Oh, yeah,
second
Dina.
runway
I didn't
will
count out
feature
Dina.
The rest, so 17 starters.
She's
We had 18
definitely
on
a
the list
competitor.
to begin with, but there you
Okabare,
see
too.
runway number 2. That's
Oh,
the east
English
runway.
Gardner? So,
Phillip,
Jones,
Black, Scantling,
Tyra, you
Delgado,
from North
Price,
Carolina? Because English
Garland,
is from North
Flood,
Carolina.
Williams, and Bastion, 9 competitors in that. So 8 on the runway closest to us, 9 on that runway on the inside. Here you see Scott Phillip. He'll start us off. Phillip, a 25-foot long jumper. He has gone 766 this season, just over 25 feet. 25
Hey, Diana,
feet,
anything is possible.
and
Don't never
3/4
knock it.
of an inch. But Scott Phillip did his collegiate time at University of Rice in Houston, Texas. He is from Houston, Texas. Excuse me, he grew up in Bloomington, Indiana, spent the majority of his life now in Houston, Texas. But a big win for him back in 2018 when he brought home the decathlon title at the Pan Am Cup.
If Shikari goes 10-4, they're going to test her
Toronto,
right after
Canada.
the race.
But here at Tracktown USA, they like to do things on
Oh,
time.
she's from New Jersey. Sorry, Tyra.
A couple athletes get together for a shot up at the big screen. And it is 1:50 p.m. right now, and they are getting this long jump underway. But already fireworks here at these Olympic trials. Last night in the men's shot put final, Ryan Krauser launched a bomb. 33 years in the making, 76 feet 8 3/4 inches in the men's shot put to win the title here at these Olympic trials, and a new world record. He'd been inching closer and closer to it all this outdoor
Pros,
season. And
my
finally,
PR
last night
is
he got it, and good crowd on hand.
what?
Soon as it left his
21.
hand,
I can't remember
soon
the
as it
point.
left his
Whatever.
hand, he
but
absolutely
high
knew it. He was
21s
celebrating
and
before the
200,
shot put
48
even
in the
landed.
4.
But he takes over as the new world record holder. And TJ Lawson gets things going on pit number 1. And
Now the
TJ
100
Lawson,
is
outstanding
tonight.
young athlete from Kent State, coached by his father.
Well, somebody guessed Shikari's
And Scott
exact
Phillip on
time
the
yesterday.
inside. We'll get you guys marks as they
Crazy.
come. But Scott
Exact
Phillips takes
time.
that great sprint speed over to the long jump now. But TJ Lawson will start things up. I'm just waiting for those marks to come up.
When is 200? I think
7:19 for TJ
Let me check.
Lawson. 23 feet 7 1/4, and 7:13 for Scott Phillip. 23 4 3/4. 859 points for that 23-7 by Lawson. 845 points for Phillip. And we get a nice 2-box. Zach Zymek, he'll be on pit 1. And that looks like Jack Flood.
No, correction. 200 is next Friday, guys. That's so far away.
Zymek with a big yell, and we get a chance to look at those reader boards. Looks like he's right around that 24-foot line.
So I would say today and tomorrow are the exciting days of this weekend, you guys. So if you're looking and watching, stick around for today and tomorrow. Monday is going to kind of be like a snoozer, not to sleep on no events, but most of the exciting events are today and tomorrow.
That's Samuel Black from Saginaw Valley State. He was the jumper on pit 2. Samuel Black just out there, 23.6 and a quarter. Zach Zymek with a big jump, 7 meters 50. That takes him 24.7 and a quarter, so an outstanding start for Zymek for 935 points. And here is Scantling on the inside runway, and Solomon Simmons now will go
to everybody asking,
on runway number 1.
The 100-meter hurdles, short sprints, all that stuff is tonight.
Good jumper, good
8 o'clock. It's 4:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It won't happen
just
until
a little
8.
bit, but in just fantastic training atmosphere right now. Training
John,
at the
you are
University of
correct.
Georgia with Kyle Garland, Devin Williams, Kendall Williams, Mike Weibo, and here's Solomon Simmons. And that's a good-looking jump, but that also looked like it was a foul.
Isaac, be respectful.
That's Joe Delgado on runway 2. Solomon Simmons with a foul. But Solomon Simmons has been out to 744 this season, 24 feet 5 inches. And this is Harrison Williams, the bottom of your screen. Harrison Williams has been over 25 feet this season, established his personal best earlier this year, 25 feet 3 1/4. And Hunter Price goes on the inside runway. Well, just 17 competitors, 2 runways working simultaneously. This competition will go by pretty quick. Oh, and a foul for Harrison Williams. So important to get a mark early on in the competition so that you can open up your run and take those chances on that second and third attempt. But now he'll be forced to move that step back, be a little more conservative on that second attempt. You see Kyle Garland, the top of your screen. Zymek with the farthest jump so far in the competition. 24.7 3/4. And that's Belangi from Arkansas. Down on the bottom of your screen in section 1. Kyle Garland loves the crowd participation. We'll see him in the high jump as well. He's an outstanding high jumper, a 7-footer. Brings great speed here in the long jump, and that looks like it's going to be a foul. Exciting young athlete, 2018 U.S. Junior champ out of Philadelphia, PA. I saw him a few years ago and thought that young man could be the next great American decathlete. He's got all the tools, great speed, great power, Outstanding shot putter as well, as Belangi goes in pit number 1. As Jack Flood competing unattached now. Pit 2, Earhart in pit 1. Jack Flood got a personal best and a seasonal best this season, 7:39, 24 feet 3 inches. Tim Earhart, his seasonal best, 24:3. Tim Earhart, outstanding all-around athlete, a couple of Big Ten titles while competing at Michigan State University in the pole vault, and an indoor heptathlon Big Ten title. All-American both indoors and outdoors in the decathlon, as Jack Flood goes in the top of your screen, and that looks like a good jump. Earhart out over 23 feet 5.5 inches. Delgado earlier did go 23.3. Jack Flood, he posts the mark, 23 feet 1. That puts him on the board with some points. Devin Williams, pit 2 at the top. And that's Curtis Brondike, assistant coach at Central Missouri, down on pit 1. Devin Williams puts a mark on the board, 22:10 3/4. He's a much better long jumper than that, so we definitely expect him to improve as this competition goes on. Devin Williams has been over 25 feet 5.5 inches for a personal best, but no mark this season. Has not competed a lot. You see Will Daniels from Iowa, and this is Steve Bastian, formerly of Michigan. On the top of your screen, he is your overall decathlon leader after the first event. Well, he brings that outstanding speed over here to the long jump. Also, he see him run well in the 400 meters and the hurdles as well. Steve Bastian's father was an outstanding decathlete in the early 80s, was a 1984 Olympic qualifier. Gary but a foul for Bastian. Looked like a fair jump from where I was sitting, but and Will Daniels gets on the board with a 7.7 jump. And for Daniels, 23.3 1/4, 23.3 1/2, excuse me, for 838 points. And we go back to the top of the order on both pits, running simultaneous. TJ Lawson on the bottom of your screen. After that first jump, TJ Lawson will move into third position overall. 859 points for his first jump, 23.7 1/4. And Scott Phillip in pit number 2. Looked like he had to check up there just with about 3 strides to go. And a foul for Phillip, and no improvement for Lawson. TJ Lawson, one of those exciting young decathletes coming up through the collegiate ranks. Now he's done, and you get a chance to dedicate his time and effort as a post-collegiate athlete. But his father's the director of the program at Kent State. Very successful coach and an outstanding decathlete in his own right, as Zach Zymek tries now to better 24 feet 7 1/4, and he likes it. Well, Zymek in 2019 had some injuries and didn't get a chance to compete at the World Championships. He did come back and won the prestigious Decathlon Invitational, but 774 for Zymek. And that is a personal best by a centimeter and a huge seasonal best. Solomon Simmons gets ready to go. Now on runway 1, he's got to follow Zymek, but Zymek now moves into first position overall. And here goes Simmons on the bottom of your screen. And another foul for Simmons. And Garrett Scantling opened up with 7:28, only 23 feet 10 3/4 of an inch. He does have points in the bank and a mark on the board. And if that's a fair jump, that could be an improvement. Solomon Simmons now needs to be careful. 2 jumps, 2 fouls as Harrison Williams prepares on pit 2. And a 10 centimeter improvement for Scantling to 7:38, 24.2 1/4. That's just 6 inches from his all-time personal best of 24 feet 9 3/4 of an inch. So Scantling just staying right around his average. So Delgado up for his second attempt on pit number 2, and this is Harry Williams. And Williams had a foul on his first attempt. Last thing he wants to see here is another X on the board. Looks like they're going to measure that jump. Harrison Williams has been over 25 feet this season, 770 on the button, 25 feet 3 1/4 inches. And Harrison Williams, a good mark on the board, 755, 24.9 1/4. That'll move him up into second position overall. So Zach Zymek, your leader. Harrison Williams in second, and Garrett Scantling in third place. This is Hunter Price. Ooh, great takeoff there. But that was a foul, and Belangi, the Arkansas White, goes in pit number 1. And there on the board, you see those long jump standings. And right now they coincide with the overall aggregate scores. Zach Zymek, your former U.S. champ, leads everyone as Kyle Garland gets set to go. Garland with a foul on his first attempt. Belangi comes away with an X. Looks like Tim Earhart getting ready to go on pit 1. Garland pit 2. Looks like Garland's going to get a mark there. But Garland had an interesting season. Won the SEC indoor title again for the second time. And then was runner-up to his own teammate at the NCAA indoor championship. 7:37 for Garland. 24-2 and a quarter. He'll move up now. And Tim Earhart with a good one there. But Garland then came to the outdoor season, had some knee trouble, but he won the SEC outdoor championships, but he decided not to compete at the NCAA outdoor championships so that he could prepare for these Olympic trials. Wood said he wanted to be sharp and to give himself the best opportunity to make this Olympic team. He had a personal best score earlier this season at the Specktown Relays, 8,196. At that point, he said he still was only about 85% healthy, so he expects a much bigger score. As Jack Flood comes out of the long jump pit. And Curtis Brondike readies on pit 1, but an improvement for Jack Flood, 7:32. And that's just under his seasonal best of 7:39. But Jack Flood 7:32, 24 feet, even 3/4 of an inch. And this is Devin Williams, opened up under 7 meters on his first attempt. And a foul for Devin Williams. Well, that jump by Jack Flood moves him up into 5th position overall. He trails Garland, Scantling, Williams, and Zymek. And Stephen Bastian on runway 2, Will Daniels of Iowa on runway number 1. Daniels did not finish the NCAA championships. Here goes Bastian. Bastian with another big jump. That is a foul, so 2 fouls for Bastian. And we're back to the top of the order in pit number 1, and this is TJ Lawson. The Kent State Decathlon and Heptathlon school record holder. All-American in the Heptathlon in 2018. 2017 MAC Freshman of the Year, both indoors and outdoors. 2-time MAC champion. He's trying to improve on 7:19, and he will not do it here in the 3rd round. Now Scott Phillip will start the 3rd round in pit number 2. Zach Zymek, down the lower part of your screen, he's working on a personal best. Jump by a centimeter. He tries to open one up and let it go. Here's your overall leader, Scott Phillip. And pit number 2, Phillip in 9th position right now overall, trying to improve on 23.4 3/4, 7:13. Phillip does not improve, 697, and he'll walk away from the decathlon here. Long jump with 845 points with Zach Zymek. Registered as a foul, but a personal best for him on that second attempt puts him in good position to get that A qualifying standard of 8,350 points. Now Solomon Simmons is in a little bit of a quandary here.
So guys, I wanted to come back in real quick. They're announcing the javelin throw in the background, if you can hear that. So if anybody, I think we might switch over to the javelin after this. Just let you guys know what's going on. So we got the javelin throw. Up next, men's javelin, men's decathlon shot put, men's decathlon high jump. And then we got men's pole vault. Just let you guys know what's going on.
Crowding the board again. And the white flag is up for Simmons. Whew, a sigh of relief through the crowd. And this microphone as Garrett Scantling gets set to go. Solomon Simmons, an outstanding long jumper. He's been over 744 this season, 24 feet 5, and an improvement on his seasonal best, and that's an overall personal best for Solomon Simmons, 756 on a third attempt when he really needed it. So personal best, 756, 24 feet 9 3/4 of an inch, and that will move him up into second position overall as Scantling tries to improve on 738, and a nice reach there for Scantling. Got everything out of that jump that he possibly could. Gotta love his energy, trying to improve on 24.2 3/4. Scantling's personal best, 756, 24 feet 9 3/4, and for Scantling, 761. And a good improvement for him as Harrison Williams goes down on the inside runway. 755 on his second attempt, 24.9 1/4. Doesn't appear to be an improvement for Williams. And here's Delgado in pit 2. Nice takeoff and a landing for him, but no improvement for Harrison Williams. He'll come away from this event 24.9 1/4 with 947 points. But Scantling with that big jump on his third attempt, 24.11 3/4, moves up into second position. Simmons saves his decathlon on a third attempt with a personal best, 24.9 3/4. And this is Belangi trying to improve on 684. And Hunter Price in pit number 2. And that doesn't look like an improvement for Hunter Price. And Belangi with a 2 centimeter improvement there. 686, 22.6 and a quarter. Hunter Price 659, so no improvement for him. He will end up with 21 feet 11 inches for 739 points. But here comes Garland and Earhart. You see Garland sitting in 5th position there, trying to better his 737 jump of 24.2 and a quarter. And a fair jump for Garland as Earhart readies for his final attempt here in the decathlon long jump. Earhart just trying to stretch one out. And a red flag for Earhart. He'll finish with 23.6 and a quarter for 854 points. He's in 10th position, but he has got better events coming. And here's Jack Flood. Just under his lifetime best there on that second attempt. Flood in 7th position, 24 feet and a quarter of an inch on that second attempt. Earhart with a foul. And only a couple of jumpers left to go. Brondike and Williams. Devin Williams needs to improve. Only 697 for Williams there on his first attempt, and then a foul. 697, 22 feet 10 and 3/4 of an inch as Brondike goes in the bottom of your screen. The coach from Central Missouri. So just 2 jumpers remaining. And here's Devin Williams. He must improve if he wants to have a shot at making this Olympic team. Well, his body language says he didn't love it, but it looks like the white flag is up. He'll get a fair mark.
While we wait, Devin Williams' mark. Here's Will Daniel of Iowa.
And 729, a much needed improvement for Devin Williams. 729 goes 23 feet 11. He move up to 8th position. And that's Will Daniels. Down at the bottom, pit number 1, so a foul for Daniels. He'll finish with 707, 23.2 and a quarter. And here is Steve Bastian, who needs a mark now. Foul in the first attempt, foul in the second attempt. He's been over 756, so right at about 25 feet. Takes off from behind the board there. Just to be safe, the white flag comes up. And Bastian's mark comes up. He'll conclude the long jump portion of the decathlon here at these U.S. Olympic team trials. So 720 for Steve Bastian, so well off a foot of his personal and seasonal best. Flirted with a couple of fouls in the first part of that competition, but he does get a mark. And sits in 10th position overall. Excuse me, Bastian is in 6th position overall. So after 2 events, We were seeing the long jump standings there, but Garrett Scantling is your leader, 1,930 points. Zach Zymek, 1924. Kyle Garland in third position, 1880. Harrison Williams, fourth position, 1855. Devin Williams, fifth position, 1844. Bastian in sixth, 1832. And Delgado, Simmons, Samuel Black, and Scott Phillip will round out the top 10. But there's your long jump results. But it was Scantling and Solomon Simmons who made some major moves there. Solomon Simmons needed to get a jump after a couple of fouls. He didn't hold anything back. Now sits in 8th position overall. Well, TJ Lawson there, 11th position. But here's your standings after 2 events. Start counting them down as a decathlete. 2 down, 8 to go. Scantling, Zymek, Garland, Williams, and another Williams there. Tim Earhart sits in 12th. TJ Lawson, 11th. Samuel Black there in 9th. And Solo Simmons in 8th position. So the men's shot put is the next event on the board. Looks like that's due to go off at 2:50 p.m. Pacific time. Just about a half hour time. Just about a half an hour.
All right, so I'm going to tap back in
between now
real
and
quick.
then.
Thank you again, everybody, for joining the stream. I think it's a little break. As you see in the middle of the field, they're doing the javelin. So you can see right there doing that little stretch mark in the middle. I don't think they care about the javelin. This is my honest opinion. I think it's on another stream, but I'll have to pull it up. That's if you guys want it. You have to let me know in the chat. It had to be a majority that says they like it or want it. But for the most part, I just want to thank everybody for coming through. Thank everybody who's been subscribing, because this is a continuous thing, and we're going to turn this into just a community of more and more and more. More and more and more of track and field. So just want to let you guys know that. But thank you again. I'll let you enjoy the views. Again, everybody just kind of try to stay respectful in the chat. You guys have been doing a great job. Okay, so that's 2 people for the javelin. Okay. All right, so let me pull it up then. Give me a sec. Since we're on break with this. Excuse the ads in the back. They always do.
Arriving now. Ready, set, go! How about karaoke? Yay! Start automated driving? Let's win this.
A car, a friend, a part of the team.
Thanks, Yuri.
Toyota. Start your impossible.
All right, so here's the javelin throw. Thank you guys. Absolutely, I love the sport. You guys love the sport. Just thank you for coming through and joining us, man.
Just a point of note.
So the next thing they're coming back for is, let me check the schedule. The Decathlon shot put. You just heard the announcer say in the background. So yeah, the shot put is next. And then if you guys want to watch that, we'll just switch to that too. But that's also the Decathlon. Absolutely. Thank you, Queen. Is that OWO Queen? The link is, I'll put the link in the chat. Give me a second.
With that throw from Zach Holland, that wraps up the first round in the first flight of 2 in the men's javelin. Currently, Minicello, your leader, followed by Thompson. Holland currently sitting in 3rd in that first round.
So your question is the next thing over 800, like basically the 100-meter dash. I get what you're getting at. That's tonight. Yeah, I'll go back to the decathlon. It's just that instead of us just sitting there staring at the track, at least we can watch the javelin. I have the decathlon pulled up on my other monitor. So when a decathlon shot put come up, I'll just switch it back. So the decathlon time is saying 2:52 Pacific Standard Time and 5:52 Eastern Standard Time. So it's 5:29 Eastern Standard Time right now. So that'll let you know when the decathlon shot put is coming, just so you guys can watch this and enjoy it.
With that second throw from Thompson, he remains in 8th in the first flight. Next up on the runway will be Hutterberg. Now up in the men's javelin on the runway, Scott Fuchs for his second throw of the qualifying competition. Now for his second throw in qualifying, August Cook on the runway. Cook improves on that second throw, 71.38, moving him into 4th position. Next up, Ethan Shalloway.
It's all good.
Pedigo improving on his second throw, throwing 70-73. Next up, Curtis Thompson for his second throw of the qualified competition. Now up for his second attempt, your current leader in flag 1, Mark Anthony Minicello. On his second throw, Liam Christensen with a season's best 63-66 to wrap up the second round in qualifying of the men's javelin. Each athlete with one throw remaining. All 12 athletes with successful attempts through those 2 rounds. Phillips getting things started. That throw from Zach Holland, that wraps up the second round of this preliminary first flight in the men's javelin. Minicello, Thompson, Holland, your top three leading into the final round of this first flight in qualifying. Porter remains in seventh position after that third throw. Next on the runway, Thompson for his third attempt. Thompson improves on that third attempt, moving into sixth position now with that mark of 230 feet. His teammate Harper now up for his third attempt.
I think he uses the same javelin. He's waiting for it.
Fuchs remains in 10th after that third attempt. Now stepping onto the runway, Cook. Thompson remains in second position after that third and final throw of qualifying. A reminder, it's the top 12 overall who advance to the final. Now up, your current leader is Minicello. Now up on the runway, Holland to wrap up the first of two flights. This, Holland's third and final attempt in qualifying. Holland is currently sitting in third position in this first flight. After his third throw, Holland remains in third position. That concludes the first of two flights of the men's javelin. The top 12 athletes overall will advance to the finals. Those top three athletes in that first flight, Minicello, Thompson, and Holland. Flight 2 of the men's javelin will begin momentarily.
All right, guys, that's going to conclude the Javelin for now, and we're going to switch it over to Decathlon. Give me a second. Once this ad is done,
Ready?
we'll jump in.
Start automated driving.
They're just showing nothing but the screen right now, thank God.
Thanks, Siri.
Toyota, start your impossible.
All right.
There you get a look at this outstanding facility, and there are two
Right
throwing
on time. Look at
sections.
that.
Actually,
Look at
see
that.
Three throwing sections in there, two shot put.
Yes, I'm streaming all
range with
8
landing
days.
areas along with the discus
He said, praise the
area.
Lord, that's over. That's funny.
If you can imagine this, When you look at that shot put
That was not
landing
awful,
sector,
man.
Ryan Krauser last night almost put one out past the edge of the dirt area. But there's your standings after 2 events. 100 meters down, long jump down. Garrett Scantling's your leader. Zach Zymek, he's in second position. And there's a youngster from Georgia, Kyle Garland, hanging out right in that 3rd position. Solomon Simmons, key
So the schedule looks like
jump on his 3rd attempt.
Javelin that we just left, men's decathlon shot put, decathlon high jump, pole vault, and then we get to the short sprints. So it's about to be 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That puts us at 2 hours
And 2
away
pits
from the
working.
women's 100-meter hurdles.
Shot put.
First round
These are
qualifiers.
world records outside.
Thank you for sticking around. Let's keep going, man. Tonight is going to be exciting.
69 feet. Nobody going to get close to that today. And there's the world lead of Ryan Krauser. Shot putters in the decathlon. I'll just give you a couple of key numbers. So one of the key distances, 14 meters, right around 45 feet 11. That can garner these athletes 729 points. Another key number, 15 meters. We'll take a look as these shot puts start to land. I'll indicate which markers are where, but 15 meters, 49 feet 2.5. That's worth 790 points. So as we talk about the decathlon in the next few events, you'll begin to realize where do the big points come, and the big points come in the jumping events. You can beat somebody here in the shot put by, 5 or 6 feet and not really even gain more than 40 or 50 points. But if you can beat somebody by 2, 3, 4 heights in the high jump, you would you can make a move 100 plus points in a 3 height difference there. So there you see the competitors in flight number 2. They're calling them flight 1 and 2. 1 will be closest to the long jump area. 2 will be closest to that back straight over by the pole vault area. See Jack Flood and the mullet going through some shot put drills, rotational drills. But we'll get you standings as we go. And just an apology to Will Daniels from Iowa. I mentioned that he did not complete the decathlon at the NCAA championships, and I was incorrect on that. So if he's got family members watching, especially, I always hear from family members when I don't get it right, but his teammate Austin West, the freshman, he did not finish at the NCAA championships, but Will Daniels scored 7,635 points, and he finished in 7th position and was All-American. So congratulations to him, and my apologies. There we get a chance to look at Solomon Simmons there just momentarily. Big shot putter. Outstanding range for him, but a big, strong guy coming into these championships this year. Garrett Scantling is the only athlete that has been over 50 feet. He hit his personal best earlier this season, 16 meters 20, 53 feet 1 3/4 inches. Solomon Simmons has been over 50 feet before. He's got a personal best of 1540, 50 feet 6 1/4. But here we see Devin Williams getting things started in pit number 1. And he blasts one out over the 14-meter line. Devin Williams' personal best, 14:43, 47 4 1/4. That long jump didn't go as planned for Devin Williams, but 8 events to make it up. There we see Devin Williams, 14:25, 46 feet 9. And if you want to follow along with the results, really easy to follow along. Absolutely wonderful website to keep track of all the track and field that goes on over the next 8 days. It is results.usatf.org. Results.usatf.org. And you can follow along with the action, and I recommend it. Get to see some of the qualifying times, and you get to line up the heats next to each other and understand, you know, who got through in the finals and some of the running events, what the qualification marks were, etc. And I'm one of those track junkies who likes to follow along, and it doesn't really doesn't matter how big a school or how important the competition is. I like to see marks, and these results pages are the easiest and the best way to follow the sport of track and field. So Steve Bastian on his first attempt, out to 13.94, 45 feet 9 inches. Samuel Black, 45.11. Bastian comes in with a personal best of just over 46 feet, so he's not far off of his personal best. And here we see Scantling in pit number 1 there, big shot putter, been over 50 feet on many occasions. And you see him land it well beyond that 14-meter line. Now Scantling opens up right around that 50-foot line, 50 feet 2 inches, 15 meters 29. Just remember, he's thrown 3 feet farther than that. But a good start for Scantling. He gets some points on the board, and he's rolling. And here in pit number 1, or flight number 1, that's Tim Earhart. Excuse me, they have him in 2. This is flight number 1, but Earhart, just over 12 meters there. Doesn't probably love that one, but needs to put the points on the board. A lot of these athletes would like to intentionally foul some of these shorter throws, but as a decathlete, my coach said, make them mark them all. Whether it's your best throw or not your best throw, get points on the board. So Earhart, 12.73, 41 feet 9 inches. He'll look to improve on that one. Bastian 45.9, Samuel Black 45.11, and this is Scott Phillip in flight number 2. And the lefty pops one out there. And it's about the 44-foot mid-range. Does a lot of his training on his own. Self-coach, good friend of mine, Drew Fucci, coached him while he was at Rice in college. But outstanding speed. Just doesn't enjoy quite the strength of a Devin Williams or a Garrett Scantling. And here's Joe Delgado, assistant coach at the U.S. Naval Academy and former Oregon Duck, coming home and enjoying this crowd at newly redecorated Hayward Field. And Marcus Belangi there, waiting his turn in flight number 1. So Scantling with the biggest throw of the day so far, just over 50 feet. Devin Williams, 46.9. Hunter Black, 46 even. But Belangi there in the white of Arkansas, he's a good shot putter. As Harrison Williams gets ready to go in flight number 2. Harrison Williams has been over 47 feet this season, 14.34. And there's a good put for Harrison Williams out over the 14-meter line. But earlier this season, personal best and a seasonal best, 14.34, 47 feet, 3/4 of an inch. And Harrison matches perfectly his seasonal best of 14.24. Excuse me, it's 10 centimeters. outside of his personal best, but a good start for him. As we see Flood in flight 2, Belangi flight number 1. Jack Flood, one of the few rotational throwers here in this decathlon group. Used to see a lot more of them. Late 80s and through the 90s. Now more decathletes are staying true to the glide technique. Belangi pops a good one out there. Just over 49 feet. 49 feet 3.5 inches. 15.02. And that's just under his personal best of 49.8 3/4. But here's Solomon Simmons with his first attempt, and he pops one out over the 14-meter line. TJ Lawson as well over the 14-meter line in flight number 1. Good throw for Lawson, 47 feet 3/4 of an inch. And Solomon Simmons, good start for him, 46 feet 8 inches even. But here's Kyle Garland, who's having good decathlon so far. Needs to score that Olympic A standard to give himself a chance at making this Olympic team, and he bombs one over the 14-meter line. Kyle Garland has thrown 14.98 this season, 49 1 3/4, and that's a personal best and a seasonal best for Kyle Garland. 15.11 for 49 feet 7 inches on the money as Will Daniels prepares in flight number 1. Sam Black in flight 2. And a foul on his second attempt. Will Daniels trying to put a mark on the board. But a nice start for Kyle Garland with a personal best. And with that throw, he'll move himself up into the overall scores into second position. Harrison Williams is in third position. Scantling leads everybody. And Zach Zymek now trying to put up a mark on his first attempt. And he's over the 14-meter mark. And Hunter Price up there in flight number 2. Yeah, Zymek, good start, 14.32. Zymek has thrown over 48 feet, 14.66, 48 1 1/4. He'll move up into fifth position in this shot put competition. Here we go, Devin Williams and Tim Earhart. A little bit of a slow start for Earhart. And Devin Williams right on that 14-meter line. He didn't like it, and he'll put an intentional foul out there. 2 fouls for those 2 throwers as Bastian prepares in flight number 1. And Scott Phillip in flight 2. There's a better throw for Scott Phillip. He's right on the 14-meter line. Bastian doesn't appear to have an improvement, and it is not. Bastian's best mark so far, 45.9. And Phillip does improve to 13.95, 45.9 and a quarter. But here's your overall leader in pit number 1, Garrett Scantling. Better line of drive for Scantling on that one, and he throws it way over the 14-meter line. And Delgado, he's getting something going in flight number 2 as well as he surpasses the 14-meter line. So 15.64 for Scantling.